Today I want to go over how we helped migrate a marketing agency from Trello into ClickUp. They reached out to us because they had a lot of client management inside of Trello and it was very difficult to track who is in charge of what, as well as the status of all of the different social media posts across all of their customers. We love being able to move them out of Trello into ClickUp, and we really created an organized way for them to manage all of their clients and allowed our leaders to get insight into where the different areas of the business were thriving and different areas that needed a little bit more help. First, let's take a look inside of their Trello board. So right now they actually have multiple workspaces, just different copies of it so they could organize things a little bit better. But every single customer they have is in its own board. So in order for me as a team member to go in, I have to click into every one of these. And we've got these different boards. We've got social media posts all the way back from beginning of the year, if not middle of last year. We've got the different statuses. And I have to do this for every single customer that I'm in charge of or an account manager for. It's a lot of scrolling. I don't have any way to assign these items to me. We can tag people inside of these, but it's very difficult to navigate in here. And as a leader, I have to go into the different areas and just check the status of these. I have to have a lot of communication with my team members because I just need to get the status updates from them rather than having a central location for them to give me the status updates without me having to ask. Now let's jump over into ClickUp, where we can see a completely different organizational structure that gives a lot of great insight and visibility to both our team members and our leaders. So for one, we have all of our customers in one single space. Each of them have their own folder. So if I'm in charge of a couple of these, I can go into a particular customer, click on their social media board, and see the different statuses. I have different items that are assigned to me. I can see all of the different statuses. I have different views of these. So this particular customer has a couple of different locations. I can go in and look at individual locations. When it comes to approvals, both internal and external approvals are filtered down here. We have it automated that as soon as we update a status to external approval, it automatically assigns our customers and tags them to come in and approve. So much less communication back and forth because we've automated a lot of this based off of status changes. We can also look at the status board to get a great view. This also pulls in the pictures across our different posts, and then it's very easy to slide an item from an idea over to in progress for revision and so forth. And then as these become approved, we can track how many of these are being approved within a week or a month, as well as when these are scheduled, because ClickUp tracks these statuses as done. So that way we know that once they're in the approved status, there's no more work that's needed on them other than potentially being scheduled. But it allows us to track in a more granular level what the success of our different statuses are. So each of these folders is a different customer. And then the other great thing is any information that we want to keep around that customer is tied at the folder level. So we have different documents that we have filled out around the client, or maybe that they have filled out for us, giving us information. We have a way to keep client notes. We have the client dashboard that lets them come in and see all of the posts that we have scheduled for this month, as well as anything that's stuck in approval for them to come and approve. So we have one central location for our customers to spend time so they can see, one, the success of this month of all the items that are scheduled, as well as what is still in their bucket to be approved. They can look at the calendar here to look at the calendar view of all the different posts that are scheduled out, but it gives our customers a great view as well as us a quick view and information about the customer. But let's say that I am in charge of multiple clients across multiple projects. Where do I go if I just want to see what's assigned to me? So we have created a My Items view that is at the Everything view, which is a great piece of ClickUp. Now, I don't have anything assigned to me at this point, but this is going to bring us in all information across all of those boards that are assigned to me. It's going to order it by the due date. And so that way, anybody that logs in can go in and see all items assigned to them across all locations. This is something that is not possible with Trello because you have to go into each individual board to see all the items that might be assigned to you or that you're tagged in. A lot of filtering every single time you go in. With this, we've created that one central view. The other item that we've built out is we have different dashboards we've built for them. So we have a team dashboard that is really showing us any items that might be overdue, tasks that are due this week, scheduled posts for this week. And again, this is across all customers. So that way we can kind of see how busy this week's going to be, making sure that we have the right people in the right place. Some of these are standard views that come in from ClickUp. We're tracking what's being completed, who's interacting with the most items inside of ClickUp. And then we also have a leader dashboard. If we go back to dashboards, There's a leader dashboard. So our leaders typically have items assigned to them when it needs approved. So there's that. And then we're also keeping track of how often items need revisioned. So that way we can kind of track the success. Our goal as a social media agency is to have the least amount of revisions possible. So we can track that here. Again, we bring a lot of the information from the team dashboard over here, but we really are trying to create locations that a team member or a leader can spend most of their time. So as a leader, I can spend most of my time on this board because I'm tracking my individual tasks that are assigned to me, awaiting client approval. This gives me one location to understand the health of the entire business across all of my customers. We're going to continue building this out. The great thing is as our client starts to use this, we'll understand any more improvements that we need. We have a lot of automations built in that, set due dates based off of certain criteria, assign it to certain people. Each of these has their own account manager. So rather than having to assign it to people, once something is created in one of these and we know who the account manager is, it automatically assigns the account manager to that task. So a lot of this is cutting down on the manual intervention because our team members are best at what they do when it comes to creating content, and we don't want the tools to get in the way of that. So our biggest focus at the optimization specialist is automating your tools, optimizing that workflow so you can do what you do best, which in this case is creating content, managing social media, and managing PR for their customers. If you want an optimized workflow for your business, please reach out to us at theoptimizationspecialist.com. Check out what we can do. We would love to help you with your project management software so that way you can focus more on your business than working inside of it.